I'm going to be ranking every MCU movie versus every DC movie. And we're going to see which one comes out on top. And some of you might be thinking, dude, this isn't fair to DC. They have like not the best movies and they don't have as many as Marvel. Well, I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad you thought that, because I have assigned a point score to each one of the tiers that I have created. So even though Marvel has the sheer numbers and, let's face it, the sheer quality, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to win this tier list, because a couple of the stinkers on Marvel's side is going to bring down their point total, and they might leave the door open for somebody like DC to swing in there and take the lead. But before I get into ranking, I need to do something real quick. So you sit right there. I'll be right back. Ugh, okay, that's much better. Let's do this. So up first for Marvel, we have Avengers Endgame. And I don't think this is going to be any surprise to anybody. If I didn't put this in this tier, then this would be a horrible list. We're going to put it in the gift to humanity, earning Marvel its first plus 2 points. Next up, we have Ant-Man, and I'm going to just say it. Ant-Man is a great movie. I think it's great. I go back and watch it, and I have really no problems with it. So we're going to put it in great. And that being said, we have Ant-Man Quantumania. And we're going to get our first -2 from Marvel here, because this movie is atrocious. If you haven't seen it, don't watch it. Your life will be better off. Next up, we have Avengers Age of Ultron. And this movie got a lot of hate. And frankly, I don't understand why, because I watched it for the first time. I mean, granted, I was younger, but I thought it was great. I thought it was fun, thought it was entertaining. I'm gonna confuse a lot of people probably, but I'm putting this in great. I really don't have many problems with it, other than them killing Quicksilver. Next up, Avengers Assemble. We all know where this is going. This movie started it all. It gave us one of the best franchises of all time, and I have nothing more to add to the conversation on it. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Do I want to get canceled? No. The answer is no. So I'm only going to put it in bad. I did not like this movie. I thought they probably should not have made it, seeing as Chadwick passed away tragically. It still like shocks me that is actually something that happened. I cannot believe it. Next up is Black Widow. It was a return to form for the more small story, singularly focused Marvel movies, and I quite enjoyed that aspect of it. However, it's definitely not a gift to humanity, and it's definitely not great, so I'm going to put it at okay. Okay, not bad. Okay. Captain Marvel. The internet would love me to put it here. I don't think it's there. I don't even think it's bad. I actually think it's just okay. I think it got way too much hate than it needed. Next up, we have Mr. Doctor Multiverse of Madness. This one's going to be hard to be objective on, because this is probably my least favorite MCU movie of all time, because it let me down astronomically. I put hours of my life into watching WandaVision, which is not a good show. And I saw the ending of WandaVision, and I'm like, okay, cool, they're going to do something unique with this character. This movie completely rips all of that apart, and it makes WandaVision simply a waste of time. So for that, I'm putting it in dog shit. Iron Man 2. I saw it when I was younger. I like Iron Man. I love War Machine. So for me, I'm putting Iron Man 2 at great. Madam Web. Enough said. Deadpool 1. This is a amazing redemption story for the character and Ryan Reynolds. He suffered through 2 really bad comic book movies, and it's also one of the first R-rated superhero movies of all time. I personally don't love it, but I gotta put it in great. Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire. In terms of the historical significance, I gotta put it in gift to humanity. It's probably one of the first best superhero movies that a lot of people have seen. It really did start it all, and I gotta put it here. And conversely, the Marvels. Need I explain? Thor: The Dark World. This is another movie that is not very high on my personal favorites, or a lot of people in the MCU's favorite. I don't think it's dog shit, simply because it does have a cohesive story. So I'm going to put it in bad. I think it deserves bad. Guardians of the Galaxy 1. This movie, I think, is the definition of the great category. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I'm going to put at okay. The original Iron Man. This is similar to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. It really did start 10 years of amazing films and great memories that I'm always going to remember. Spider-Man No Way Home. One of my favorite movies of all time. As much as I want to put it into the gift to humanity tier, I'm going to put it here. It could definitely be up here, but I think this is a good spot for it. The Amazing Spider-Man. I do like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and I thought it was a really good casting. I think he plays, for my money, for my preferences, I think he is my favorite live-action Spider-Man. But I can't give the movie a ranking of anything more than okay. The OG Thor movie. This one's tough. Because I remember watching this as a kid and really liking it, but I've since gone back and watched it, and it's kind of boring, so I'm going to put it at okay. Looking at the other movies in this tier, I do get similar enjoyment out of all of them. I mean, if anything, this makes me want to put Black Widow up to great, but I'm not going to. I don't think that's the case. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think this movie deserves to be at the okay tier simply because it lacks a strong villain. Shang-Chi. One of the biggest surprises I think that I've ever had watching a Marvel movie. In the context of MCU movies, I don't know if I would consider it great, but I'm going to put it there. I am going to put it there. Captain America, the First Avenger. Again, I kind of found it boring. So I'm putting it at okay. And then we go to Captain America, the Winter Soldier. This, one of the best movies in the MCU. I have to put it at great. Thor, Love and Thunder. One of the worst MCU movies I've ever seen. I saw this movie opening night. I was excited for it. I went to Disney Springs to watch it. I had salted pretzels. I had popcorn. It was a cheat day for me, so I also had an icy. Like, I was living large. And not even that could save this movie from being dog shit. Next up, we got Deadpool and Wolverine. Again, this is a movie that I went into kind of thinking it was going to be a nostalgia grab or it was going to be a cheap cash grab. Like, I didn't really have high hopes for this. And to be honest, I'm at a point now where I'm kind of tired of the Deadpool character. But that being said, this is an amazing movie, and I'm putting it in the great tier. Spider-Man Homecoming. One of the best villain performances in the entirety of the Spider-Man franchises, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to, and I can't put it in the great tier. I'm going to put it at just okay. Spider-Man 2, I hesitate to even remember what this movie was about. Nope, that's a lie. This was the Green Goblin, but it was Harry, right? I don't remember, but I'm putting it in the okay tier. Iron Man 3. Since watching the entirety of the MCU, I can actually appreciate this movie for giving us a Tony Stark movie, not an Iron Man movie. It was really lost on me as a kid. I just thought it ended up being quite boring. But going back and rewatching it, I can really appreciate what they were going for. That being said, I don't think it earns a great because when the movie is titled Iron Man, I don't really want to watch Tony run around and try to fix stuff and hang out with a kid and struggle the entire time. So I'm going to put it at the okay tier. The original Doctor Strange. I'm just going to cut to the chase. This movie 100% deserves a great. Next up, we have a pretty recent one in Fantastic Four. I'm putting it at okay. It was very fast, and a lot of things happened, and there was a lot of like kind of hand-wavy scenes. Fantastic Four. The atrocity. That is the Miles Teller Fantastic Four. Right there. I think they used their powers a total of 5 times in the entire movie. And the ending is the Human Torch just going in a circle around Doctor Doom, who doesn't even look like Doctor Doom. He just looks like a melted crayon. Horrible movie. Don't even watch the trailer. It's that bad. Don't even watch the trailer because the trailer might make you want to watch it. Don't fall for it. It's the classification, the personification of dog shit. Thor Ragnarok. Nice little palate cleanser. We're putting you where you belong. One of the best Marvel movies of all time. Avengers Infinity War. It feels odd to me not to put it in a gift to humanity because it is the first part of Endgame, but I think it deserves a great score. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I didn't love it. I did not like it. Oh, man. Do I be objective and put it in great, or do I be a little subjective and just give it a 0 and put it in okay? As good or better than Captain Marvel. I think that's going to be the litmus test. Yeah, I can't put it in the same tier as Captain Marvel and Amazing Spider-Man. I just can't do that. Okay. Yeah, you deserve to be with the first one, and yeah, that looks right. Okay. Eternals, another movie that I hated on that I actually enjoyed. I think I'm just a contrarian. Doing this tier list is really making me aware that I think I'm just a contrarian. Anyway, I enjoyed this movie. I don't think it's dog shit. I don't think it's even bad. I think a right place for this would be okay. The Incredible Hulk, I think this gets crapped on a little too much. I rewatched it not too long ago on linear television, if you believe it or not. It wasn't bad. Definitely wasn't dog shit. I think it's just okay. Spider-Man Far From Home, bad movie. Horrible use of Mysterio. The fact that in this franchise, Peter Parker idolizes Tony Stark. It's basically his Uncle Ben character. And the fact that he would give away a personal item that Tony passed down to him and specified was only for Peter Parker. The fact that he would just give it to a random guy in a bar. I know we needed to make a movie, but did we need to make it like that? Okay, next up we have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. What was this even about? Oh, this is the one where Gwen. This is the one where Gwen dies. For me, just because of the Electro choice, just because how they made him look and the storyline, it's got to be a bad movie for me. It has to be. So the Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer specifically, I didn't include the one with Doctor Doom. This is the one that I wanted to do because I think this is one of the better ones. And with it even being one of the better ones, I have to put it at the okay tier. Captain America Civil War. Brief sidebar on this one. I kind of feel bad that Captain America didn't get a true trilogy. Like Iron Man got a true trilogy. Thor got a quadruple. That's definitely not how you say it, but he got 4 movies. And the fact that Captain America really only got 2, it's kind of sad to me. But that being said, what they gave us of Civil War, I can't. I really want to put it up here because it's one of the only movies, aside from the abomination that is Batman versus Superman, no pun intended. Civil War is one of the only superhero movies that we have in which the heroes fight against the heroes. The scene between Tony, Captain America, and Bucky in that little bunker, one of the best scenes in the entirety of the MCU, and I love this movie a lot. I think it does deserve the great tier. Black Panther, don't hate me, but I thought this movie was okay. Deadpool 2, I enjoyed the time travel aspect of Cable. Other than that, I didn't really like this movie, so I'm gonna put it at okay. It's definitely not bad, and of course, it's not dog shit. Speaking of dog shit, Kraven the Hunter. Also, speaking of dog shit, Morbius. To be honest, I didn't expect Marvel to have this much dog shit, but they do, and it's mostly thanks to Sony. And speaking of Sony, to round out this Marvel tier list that candidly has been a lot of fun for you to make and made me make some really difficult decisions that I didn't think I was gonna have to. We have Venom, the penultimate Spider-Man movie from Sony Studios. Oh, man. Do I put you at okay or do I put you at bad? See, okay has movies like Black Widow, Guardians 2, the original Thor movie, the original Yeah, I can't put you at those. I just can't. I gotta put you at bad. You're not quite on the same level as Madam Web, but you are on the level of The Dark World and Wakanda. Yeah, especially Spider-Man 2. Yeah, this is where you belong, Venom. Have a fun time down there. So there we go. We did it. I ranked every Marvel movie that I can think of in recent memory. This is my list. This is a list that I'm happy with. This is a list that I would put up against other people's. But without further ado, we have to get in here and we have to actually add up the points to see how it's going to stack up against DC movies. And even saying that sentence out loud makes me sad because it's definitely going to win. But anyway, here we go. So, drum roll, please. Marvel has scored 22 points. So now it's time to rank every DC movie in recent memory. And let's see who is the winner. Who is the best franchise? Can we decide the age-old debate of Marvel versus DC? Unfortunately, I don't have a DC shirt. It's not clean right now, and I don't feel like doing laundry, so we're going to rock with the Marvel. I did change lights to blue, though, so I am representing Team DC. But we live in a Marvel world. That's just the sad reality that us DC fans face. But nevertheless, DC has considerably less movies put out, less quality, but we're going to rank them anyway just for funsies, and we're going to see if by some miracle DC can pull off a victory here. And we're going to be starting with Aquaman 1. I almost want to put it in great tier, but I rewatched it recently and it does not hold up whatsoever, so I'm going to put it in the okay tier. Aquaman 2, however, this was was it dog shit? I'm going to put it in bad. I don't think it deserves the dog shit status especially with the movies that I'm going to put in there. Batman Begins, Now we're getting to some decent ones here. Definitely in the great tier. It started one of the best trilogies in all of DC. Christopher Nolan knows how to make a movie, and he really did a good job with the Batman character. Birds of Prey, and the paragraph of a name that this movie was originally titled, you're going to end up right here. You're a movie that probably didn't deserve to be made. Birds of Prey and Harley Quinn's whatever the hell that they originally titled this movie. You deserve to be here. Probably a movie that didn't need to be made. Definitely a movie that didn't need to be made. And speaking of DC making bad decisions, Black Adam, I don't even know what to say about this movie. It was entertaining in the sense that it had some fun fight scenes, and in the sense of you just can't look away from an accident that's about to happen. So yeah, Black Adam deserves a bad status for me. It might even deserve dog shit, but it had some redeeming qualities in the sense of the fight scenes were entertaining. And Green Lantern. So I watched this movie as a kid. I remember not hating this movie. Now I was like, I don't know, 8 years old. Like I wasn't too smart. I rewatched it not too long ago. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. The idea for using a completely CG suit, I think, was really dumb. I don't think it's dog shit. I'm gonna put it in bad tier. It's at least fun to look at, and at the very least, it's fun to make fun of. So I'm putting it in the bad tier. I love how this tier list is like quickly turning into me making excuses for DC. But you know, the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. I didn't like this movie. I thought it was bad. I did not enjoy it. In an effort to be objective, the same way that I was somewhat objective for Marvel. That doesn't feel right. Nope, I gotta put it at okay. I can't put it at great. This one's easy. Yep. Alright, moving on. Like, you have a movie that, you know, at the very least was, you know, decent, and then you make a sequel for the cash grab, and you turn a sinister psychopath into a musical. Like, I don't know what was going on there. I don't know what was in the water or what they were drinking or what they were smoking, but like, just don't do that. Just don't. Speaking of bad decisions, Justice League. I had extremely high hopes for Justice League. I knew it wasn't going to be good. I knew it was going to be good, but I wanted some cool CGI fights. I wanted to see the characters on screen together and do something cool. And instead what we got was an orange, horribly rendered CGI mess of them fighting mosquitoes. I don't know. It was a bad movie. It's not even really enjoyable to watch. Ah, DC, man. DC. Man of Steel, I think it's a good film. I even think it's a great film. Not the Superman that I want. I don't think it's the Superman that a lot of people were asking for. I like that it exists, and I think it's a good story. So I'm putting it at great. Shazam. I enjoyed the first one. I thought it was a fun time. I saw it with one of my friends. Definitely aimed for a younger demographic than what I was when I watched it. But I think it was, you know, a good time. Suicide Squad, the OG one with Jared Leto's Joker. I will say a redeeming quality of this movie for me is I did find it entertaining. I was not bored. I thought it was, you know, fun to watch. I don't think it's dog shit. I do think it's a bad movie. And speaking of Suicide Squad, the remake with James Gunn, I thought it was okay. Them fighting a starfish at the end, just, I don't know what to say about that. It just was not a good choice. And speaking of James Gunn, his Superman movie, one of the most recent movies on this list. I have a review for this on my channel. I have a lot of conflicting thoughts about it, but in terms of DC, it's definitely a great movie. The Batman with Robert Pattinson. I think this is probably one of my favorite portrayals of Batman. A lot of people have complained that there wasn't a lot of Bruce Wayne. It was like basically just a Batman movie. And I appreciate that. I thought it was a really fun choice that they made. And yeah, with all that said, I gotta put this at great. The Dark Knight Rises, another Chris Nolan Batman movie. For me, I think it's on par with Batman Begins. I think the ending is pretty weak, but Tom Hardy's portrayal of Bane in this movie is forever going to be iconic, and it's one of the funnest voices to do. So I have to put it at great. The Flash. Obviously. Okay, next one. In all seriousness, I know that this movie is... Guys, I have a confession to make. I like Flash. I think it's a fun movie. I love the character. I like the story of him going back to save his mom and to get his dad out of jail. I thought it actually had some really good heartfelt notes to it. With all of that combined, it pains me to do it, and I really don't want to put it there, but it's definitely a dog shit movie. Wonder Woman. I think it's a great movie. I think from start to finish, it tells a really good story. It's a good version of the character. I don't love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, not for the reasons that you're thinking. I just happen to not think she's an amazing actress. Now we're getting to the good one. See how I said good one? Yeah, this is probably the only one that's going to be on here. The Dark Knight. Iconic performance from Heath Ledger. One of the most quoted movies of all time in terms of comic book movies. If there's somebody in your life that doesn't like comic book movies or doesn't like superhero movies, this is the one you show them to get them interested in it, like even slightly. It's a phenomenal movie. And then we have Batman vs. Superman, a glorious mess of a concept that should be a sure bet and make for an amazing, entertaining movie. And we got about 10 minutes of it. I'm putting it at bad. Shazam 2, I was actually impressed with. I thought it was really fun. Some of the fight scenes in this movie are really, really good. Like, if you haven't seen it, I would check it out. But it's not better than Shazam 1. It's not as bad as Black Adam, so I'm just going to put it next to Shazam 1 on this low-K list. Wonder Woman 84. And I stand by that. One of the worst villains of all time in a superhero movie. Some of the worst acting that I have seen in a superhero movie. And just a stupid story. Okay, guys, there you have it. This is my definitive tier list of mostly every modern DC movie that has been put out. And the final point total for the DC glorious mess that it is 6 points. So obviously, when you clicked on this video, you knew that Marvel was going to be winning. You knew what this was going to end up as. You probably just wanted to see what I thought of these individual movies. And for that, I appreciate that. Thank you for caring what I thought. But yeah, Marvel is clear in a way the winner. Everybody knows that Marvel has better movies. I have high hopes as a DC fan that James Gunn is going to turn this around and start making more movies like that Superman movie and give us more in-depth stories on these characters that all culminate in an Avengers-style Justice League movie. But as it is for now, Marvel clearly is on top. That's going to do it for this video, guys. If you liked this video and you appreciated all of the hard work that went into this, I would greatly appreciate a like from you guys. If you have any thoughts on my tier list, if you have any opinions that you want to add, I'm quite positive that you do. Go ahead and leave those in the comments down below. And if you want to see more videos from my channel, I also do trailer reactions, movie reviews, and a little bit more original content like this. Go ahead and drop a subscription. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.